In this video, we have spent a lot of time exploring two big tools.
This persona specifically is like a consumer facing product manager, right? Which tool can PMs actually use to do their customer research analysis and stuff?
Can you give a very brief description of what Comet is, how you have been using it?
The funny side is like it's like a fork of the Chrome browser itself. So think of it again like a assistant agentic browser that will help you do certain things.
I've been exploring Comet Browser as well. I know it helps in answering questions. Can it take actions yet?
Yes, so it can actually take actions. It actually looked at all my emails, did all the research for the property management companies.
It's putting a plan together in front of you and telling that, okay, I'm planning to do this. Are you good with that?
And I think the main goal for them is to get out of other browsers taking over the search bar, right?
They're trying as much as possible to make people Comet as the default browser.
Default browser, yeah, that's right. It's actually doing the research funny because we see that ChatGPT Agent is actually going through all the reviews.
I like that it's very fast.
Yeah,
Let's see. Let's compare the response with GPT.
So it talks about positives and negatives both. But I like the ChatGPT version. It's more.
I didn't like how much time the GPT took because
Maybe if we take the interviewing process for 2 to 3 weeks where you interview like 50 to 60 people, the processing of the information took more than a month, a lot of times, right? So but now you're actually able to do that under 10 minutes.
it's definitely echoing some of the thoughts that I had in the past.
It's built to help you search information much faster. So hope it stands up to the expectations.
I know you were mentioning this to me earlier, but Comet doesn't tell us what model they're using, right? Hi everyone, welcome back to our podcast, Everything Product. In this podcast, we talk about latest technologies, different product management concepts, and we have also been exploring different AI tools that is shaping up our work. But before we start, this is funny. I'm a product manager at a startup.
This is Sid Saladi. I'm a product manager at a startup.
Awesome. So in this video, we have spent a lot of time exploring two big tools. One is Comet and the other one is ChatGPT Agent. Given that we as product managers spend a lot of time in discovery, research, analysis, data analysis, and then finally launch a product and iteratively do this, we wanted to explore how each of these tools can help us. We'll be comparing a couple of use cases. So if you're someone who's trying it out and want to optimize your time, do watch it until the end. Awesome. So Sidhu, I know we both have been jamming on a couple of things, right? One is we want to do discovery and how we can use agents there. And probably let's say if you want to do analysis or things like that, how we can use agents there. Can you share your screen? Then let's try out a couple of these.
Awesome. Yeah. So let's try out a face-off kind of thing, funny. So we'll pick a persona, and this persona specifically is like a consumer facing product manager, right? So consumer facing product managers, right? Day to day, they look at customer reviews, trying to understand how people are using their product, like what are some of the pain points of the users using their product, and are people suggesting any features specific to the product which they're using. So a lot of this work previously has been very manual, where you can go into a lot of these forums trying to understand stuff, analyze that, do sentiment analysis, and from there grab the insights and try to build, make the product better, and also build or add more features to the product. And also, right, a lot of this analysis could also help you understand competitors' features, their problems, and maybe build better features than the competitor. So let's do this. Let's pick Comet and also pick ChatGPT Agent and do the same analysis with both of them and see like who's the winner and which tool can PMs actually use to do their customer research analysis and stuff.
Yep. Actually, Sidhu, before we start, right, I'm sure everyone's familiar with the ChatGPT agent. I know we have done a video on Comet as well. Can you give a very brief description of what Comet is, how you have been using it, how it's been useful for you all this while?
Awesome. Yeah. I'll give an intro on both of them, funny. Let's start with Comet, right? So Comet is like a agentic browser that is developed by Perplexity. The funny side is like it's like a fork of the Chrome browser itself. So what Perplexity is doing is it's actually creating a agentic browser which has an assistant on the side, where you can actually go in and ask questions about the page which you are browsing or the connections which you have, which is your email account, or any specific connectors that are part of that Comet browser itself. So think of it again like a assistant agentic browser that will help you do certain things in a much faster way than a regular browser.
Can I ask a question on that? So I've been exploring Comet Browser as well. I know it helps in answering questions. Can it take actions yet?
Yes, so it can actually take actions. So one of the examples, right, Funny? So I was trying to figure out a property management company, So I've been sending out requests for these property management companies, and I sent a bunch of emails. So what I asked Comet is to check for all of these emails which I sent, see what the plans are, go and pick the top property management company that gives me a good deal, and also research reviews online to see if they're a good company, and then go and reply back to them to say that I want to move forward with you. Can you send me the details about the next steps? And it actually looked at all my emails, did all the research for the property management companies, looked at the reviews, and picked one. And it actually composed an email and asked me to take action. Like, do you want me to send or no? And I can also edit that action, edit that draft which it created. And I said, okay, then go ahead and send it.
Good. I mean, at least it's doing everything for you except for clicking the button. That's the way we probably want it. We don't want it to like send random emails without us knowing about that.
That's right. And I was very impressed because they also thought about the workflow of you editing, making changes to that specific draft which it shared.
Makes sense. And I'm guessing there are multiple types of connectors they have, right? Email is one. I've seen WhatsApp. Do you know if there
Yep.
is anything else?
Email and WhatsApp for now, but I think they'll add more because I see them take Claude's route. So Claude now has so many connectors. I think they have like 12 or 15 connectors you can connect to Box, Notion, Gmail, and they have HubSpot and all of that. And even with Claude, you can let it take actions on behalf of you. But Claude actually, it's only possible through the Claude desktop app, not the web application. So again, going back to Comet, right? So currently it just supports Gmail and WhatsApp. So it can send emails and also messages on WhatsApp.
Makes sense. I mean, I know I'm specifically talking about these connectors, but obviously it does a lot of other things, right? I know we did a video on it automatically going and applying jobs on LinkedIn kind of thing. So it can basically take actions on the browser or the web page in itself. But if we want to take an action on a specific application, that's where they're building these connectors. Go ahead. I know you're about to talk about GPT Agent.
GPT agent. So agent again, right? So it's computer use versus deep research. Combining both of that together. So essentially, you ask it to do a certain task. It goes, clicks around, collects information, looks at information, and then gives you a report of what you asked it for. So prior to this, ChatGPT had deep research where it was doing a lot of this stuff where it was going into different websites, but it was actually limited to the number of sources it can actually access. And ChatGPT also had computer use, which it could go to one specific website to do actions together. But ChatGPT agent is more like a combination of deep research and computer use, where it can do a lot of stuff for you.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's jump in.
So let's start with the use case again, which we discussed, right, Funny? So I'm taking the persona of an product manager, and let's take the persona of this product manager who's working for DocuSign. So we all know that DocuSign is a popular SaaS application where you can actually go in and send out documents for signature, and once people sign, you get a notification. Very simple use case, but it has a very big user base and millions of revenue. So if I'm a product manager for that app, I would want to understand how are people feeling about the changes that were made in for the product, and I want to know the reviews and all of that stuff. What I did was essentially I created a prompt of asking it to do all of the analysis and all. I already created that prompt, but we'll actually paste the same prompt into ChatGPT agent and Comet and see how they perform.
Okay, let's do it.
Share my screen. So here is the prompt. So your job is to analyze reviews for the last 6 months. Follow these steps. So obviously you want to know different insights from that, right? So
Are
we'll
you
also
telling like where the review should be taken from or anything like that?
I didn't say. If you want, we can specify that too.
No, it's okay. Let's see how it does.
So let's start with a new thing, and let's go and select ChatGPT agent here, and then we'll give the instructions. And the same way, I'll be using the Comet browser. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Comet browser, ChatGPT Agent.
I know you were mentioning this to me earlier, but Comet doesn't tell us what model they're using, right?
Yeah, so it is little different for the different products which they use. Funny. So actually, the Perplexity search itself, right? It gives you an ability to select different models. By default, it uses its Sonar model, I guess, but you can actually select all the latest models: ChatGPT, Grok, Gemini, Claude, and all of that. But for Comet Assistant within the Comet browser, I think it defaults to its basic regular search, which is Sonar. But I heard that they're going to upgrade this for the Pro version, not the
Mm.
Plus version. For the Pro version, which is like a $200 a month version, where you can actually be able to select that model. Because I'm assuming they're doing that because obviously it'll cost them money to uh, pay OpenAI, Claude, and Gemini for the API calls.
Makes sense.
Okay, so I like that it's going to Trustpilot, but to look at the reviews, let's see what. Okay,
Can you make this slightly bigger?
but I think I can open it in a different thread.
Ah, yeah, this is perfect.
Yep. Understood. Here's a structured approach you can review. Okay. It's actually repeating that to me. So let me ask it to do. Can you do all of the research and gives me. Okay, so I think it's looking at reviews now. So I had to specify it again.
They're trying as much as possible to make people make Comet as the default browser.
Default browser, yeah, that's right.
That notification is a never-ending thing. I keep seeing it all the time.
And I think the main goal for them is to get out of other browsers taking over the search bar, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, so it actually did something like analysis. I don't know. Understood. It went and it said, okay, this is the output format. It keeps logging me out mid signature. Very frustrating. Bug negative. This one. Wish it integrated with HubSpot. Top bug session time. I don't know if like it's actually doing the research funny because we see that ChatGPT agent is actually going through all the reviews in
Yeah.
Trustpilot. But here I don't know if I know that Perplexity search is really fast because even if you ask this question, right, it indexes a lot of pages because I think it's actually built to do that.
Mm.
But I'm little skeptical if it has done this so fast.
Yeah.
I'll let us give us another count, right? Can let us do it here itself. Can you?
Or can you ask like what are the sources that you use to come to this conclusion?
Yeah. But see, when you go here, yeah, say it actually gives all of that
Can you
here.
open it in a new window again?
Yeah, let me open that in a new window. Given us some information, funny. So see, it gives it
Use
actually lists out all the
Trustpilot.
sources, right? So it says DocuSign reviews, recent reviews, and it says August 24th with multiple entries from April, June, and this thing. So these reviews contain direct customer quotes and all. Central blog, okay. Okay, it actually talks about all of this information, but let's see what are some of the. Oh, it actually has given us like, okay, review snippet. It's not possible to cancel subscriptions. Cancel terrible DocuSign is not cheap software at customer services repeatedly. Okay. So it has a
I
lot
think
of bug.
it's definitely echoing some of the thoughts that I had in the past, though.
Yeah. Overcharged me for 1440 despite a confirmed seat reduction. Okay. Subscription management. So it also does a good job of. I hate this view, funny.
Yeah.
Hope would have given me a better one.
Do that again. Let's see. It's just showing the first response.
Showing the first.
We found a bug.
Yep. Okay. So again, yeah.
I like that it's very fast.
Yep.
Let's see.
It's very
Let's compare the response with GPT. If it actually gave the same response that GPT is giving, and if it actually did it fast, so fast, then it's actually amazing. Because
yeah.
GPT, I feel like, is still struggling to go through the same trust pilot. And this one is
Yeah.
telling that, hey, I already used these sources, went through everything, and I'm telling you that this is the outcome.
So actually, when you look at the use case itself, right? Perplexity is built to do this. It's
Mm.
built to help you search information much faster. So hope it
Makes sense.
stands up to the expectations.
Yeah.
And maybe we can do this funny. I can actually ask it to do this. Uh, I can give the prompt directly in the search window itself, Perplexity search window itself, because I think, anyways, it's indexing all of this from Trustpilot directly, right? So, and again, we were talking about the different features here, right? You can actually go in and select different deep search or labs and all, and yeah, and you can also select web, academic, social, and finance, and all of that also.
Oh, nice. I like that part.
Yeah.
So you're sticking
So
to a specific domain or like,
if you just want social reviews, you can select that. It goes through Reddit, LinkedIn, Facebook, and all of that.
makes sense.
Okay. So it's giving you all the information. So we shit integrated with HubSpot.
Is ChatGPT still searching?
Nope. I think it's done.
Hmm?
So it says it searched from March 3rd to September 3rd.
That's good.
And
Yeah, 6 months is
it,
something that we typically look at. Yeah.
yeah. So general praise, it talks about review snippets, bug, pain point, praise, billing error. I was charged 3 times. DocuSign has been reliable lifesaver. The interface is very general praise. So it talks about positives and negatives both. It says, okay, bug, pain point, I would give 0 stars. It serves as a basic key signing purpose. Okay.
Hmm.
Works well with limits. R2 unforgiving. Okay. Bug, request support canceling. And so at
I can
least
fill
what
my
is what?
backlog with this.
Sorry.
I can fill my backlog with this if I'm the PM.
I, I see a broader problem, funny. So most of the things are subscription related. I'm getting charged more. So I think a lot of people are trying to cancel DocuSign. So if DocuSign is watching, PM is watching this, they should never definitely think about how they can innovate their product and maybe offer more things.
Yeah. How they can make it easy for people to like subscribe, unsubscribe, or give better alternatives. Even Adobe, I feel the same way, right? Or maybe they're trying to follow the same pattern there. Adobe makes you sign up for like specific number of months. If you cancel it in between, they'll charge you more, things like that.
Yeah. So the top bugs, right? It says opaque billing and account management. Okay. Lack of responsive customer support, rigid product limits, and confusing user interface.
Mm.
Self-service billing, top features, response customer support. So customer support is a problem, I guess, for sure. Then flexible envelopes and editing quotas. So obviously subscription tiering, improved UI and submission workflows, email deliverability and reliability. Okay. Recommended roadmap, build a transparent subscription and cancellation portal. Cancellation is
Mm.
very difficult to find in DocuSign. Yeah, invest in customer support, relax envelope limits and editing penalties, simplify the user interface and submission flow, enhance deliverability and reliability.
Yeah, that's something I also remember, like having a pain. Like once you send an envelope, and if you want to change it or cancel it, things like that, you can't do. You'll have to keep buying more. They only give limited ones, things like that. Yeah.
And yeah, so like we just checking what this actually has, right? So customers, so top cancellation and billing refunds, poor availability of customer support, hidden fees and pricing complexity.
Mm.
And feature are envelope limits, greater customization, additional assembly. So I think 70% close rate similar,
Yeah.
but I like the ChatGPT version. It's more, it's easily appetizable for us to understand than this.
Yeah. First part is belief in itself, right? The thought that it did so much research in like microsecond doesn't make me believe that it did everything. But maybe once I get to that confidence that it actually indexed everything and then did the thorough analysis, I would trust this. I didn't like how much time the GPT took, because basically felt like if you have a human or if you have an actual bot like running through it, it did so much time. Outcome is pretty much similar. But
Yes.
I like what you said though. Like when we were going through the story, much more believable.
And imagine funny. So previously when I was doing all of these interviews, right, with my previous companies, maybe if we take the interviewing process for 2 to 3 weeks, where you interview like 50 to 60 people, the processing of the information took more than a month, a lot of times, right? So
Mm.
because there was so much of information you have to put together and all of that, this was, I'm talking about something 5 or 6 years before, but now you're actually able to do that under 10 minutes.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, cool.
Awesome. So to summarize, right, for any product manager who's trying to like do any research, explore both for sure. Like Comet is one, and the other one is ChatGPT Agent. Um, Let it do the research. Use it for your PRDs. Scale up your work.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks everyone for watching. See you in the next one.